Welcome back to the Bear NecessiTCG, and today we're going to be opening this Alakazam EX box. We are slowly going through all the Pokemon 151 products. I haven't found the poster collection yet, and then also that Ultra Premium collection. I'm not sure if I want to throw that much money into it yet. Let's get to the card camera right here. So I did spend $19.49 on this product, and I finally reached over, well, this is really hard to open, but I finally spent over $1,000 on Pokemon cards. Now, I do end up selling them. I'm just going to rip this box apart. I don't know what's going on there. But I do sell these cards, so it's really hard to keep track of how much I sold versus how much I bought. I started to do that in the beginning, but I abandoned that concept. And now I'm just saying how much money that I have given to the Pokemon company. Yeah, company. I was going to say LLC. No, that doesn't sound right. We have a code card for you right there. And yeah, I can't believe I spent over $1,000. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's only $1,000, but you know, I've spent a lot of money on hobbies and things like that, but I've never tracked the price. So now I'm looking at that $1,000 being like, maybe I should have started a different business or put into real estate, fixed up my house, all those things. But let's talk about our promo cards here. So starting with our Abra, we get that Cosmic Foil. Same thing with the Kadabra. So these are really nice if you are going to be... My dog's whining. She hears another dog. But these are good for if you want to make a deck around Alakazam and you like the foiling on this. Sometimes, you know, a little bling in your deck's really nice. But as far as Alakazam EX goes, you get that Mind Jack. This attack does 30 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. And Dimensional Hand. This attack can be used even if this Pokemon is on the bench. So that is interesting. I know there's going to be a lot of decks based around that ability. Is it viable? I'm not too sure. I might play around with that in a fun deck. But then we have our four packs. So I sell on TCGplayer, and I've been doing pretty good so far without making any mistakes. None of my shipments got lost yet, but for some reason, after 151 came out and I started posting them, I've been making mistakes, possibly. So I got a message after sending a Ditto to someone, and they were saying, this is the wrong one. You sent a holo, but I requested a reverse holo. So either, you know, three things could happen. One, I accidentally put in the wrong version in the inventory. Two, it was the correct one, but I accidentally sent the wrong card out. Or three, the person that was buying is lying to me and made it all up. So I'm not sure which one it is. I try not to think about it because really it was a 50-cent card. But they're starting to come in. And we got a Golem EX. So 50-cent card, it's not bad, but it's one of those things where it's, you know, what do I do? Do I offer a partial refund? Do I ask to get the card back? What am I going to do to make sure it doesn't happen again? Did it really happen? That's another thing I have to wrestle with myself. When I pack these up and send them off, there's so many things. People buy so many different cards from me that it's really hard to keep track of. Did I mess up? Did I not mess up? Are they scamming me? Are they not? So in this case, it didn't cost too much money, so I just refunded the entire thing with shipping. It is kind of annoying because, you know, I'm out the 50 cents from the card, and then I'm out the dollar from shipping, and I'm out the stamp and all the packaging, and it all adds up. Gloom and Chansey. So it's just interesting that this set came out and it started to happen. I was on a flawless roll. I was going to make a video about that later, about how I think I sold over $1,000 worth of cards so far. But as far as returns and everything, there was one that arrived damaged, and I just refunded that card also. but he said that the entire envelope was damaged, torn apart, messed up, dirty, and should it be my responsibility to refund? Not really. Once I put that stamp on it, the post office should be the one that's responsible for it. They should be taking better care of it. It wasn't overly packaged. It really was there. All right, got a Machoke illustration rare. Looks like he's doing... Is that a moving company? Yeah, that's what's going on. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Another Flareon. Still trying to get as many of the evolutions so I can make a deck out of that. I think I'm leaning towards making it a fire deck just because you can splash in Vulpix and Ninetales and still kind of have that theme. Where did I put the sleeves? All right, got them. Sleeves were just hidden behind some Digimon cards, which are brand new starters that came out. Looking forward to trying those because they did introduce a new mechanic, which works kind of like instants in Magic. You can play them on the opponent's turn, and I really like that. There we go. Nice Machoke and a Paldea Evolve sleeve. Put that on the hits. One more pack. But yeah, whose responsibility should that be? And I hear that TCGplayer sides with the buyer. So if the shipment comes damaged and messed up, you're just out the money. They can just say, hey, you didn't ship it good enough. But when you talk about 50-cent cards, do you really want to put $10 worth of shipping to protect it just so 50 cents gets there? No, that's excessive. Tentacruel and Marowak. Ooh, we got one of those Cosmic Energies. Been selling these for about $1 each. Those are perfect. Always appreciate them. But that is kind of the woes of selling on TCGplayer. Now, I am looking at making some videos on that because my experience has probably been greatly different than other people's experience. I know a lot of people just sell the hits. So, for example, out of opening all this, a lot of people would just sell this Machoke, and at that point, it's really gambling. But me, I'll sell, this basic energy for about $1, this Marowak for probably 25 cents, this reverse hollow Tentacruel, maybe 75 cents to $1, just because people are really trying to complete those reverse hollow sets, and they'll pay a little more for this Sandshrew. I could probably get maybe 50 cents for that. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it all adds up, and that's what I'm doing here. So I want to share that experience with other people. I know, like TCG Bulk Kings, I believe, he sells a lot of the bulk, like a lot, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to be. But it seems like I want to do a little bit of everything, really. Some of the more rare ones, $100 cards, a couple $10 cards here. I just won't go below 25 cents because at that point I'm losing money, and it happens more often than not that people are buying, 10-cent cards and just that one card, and you're shipping and the percentage that you take, it's just a losing kind of battle every time. Every time you sell a card, you're like, I lost 50 cents and I lost 75 cents. I lost 10 cents, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to make a video on that a little later on my experience, and I hope everyone can learn from that, see if it's something that they want to do. I'm noticing that while Pokemon is a good entry level to TCGplayer, a lot of the other card games do a lot better. You can get like One Piece, for example, that makes more money than Pokemon does if you're selling off the bulk, and I believe it's because more people are playing One Piece than they're playing Pokemon. Pokemon has less people playing, more of a... Actually, I take that back, because when you gather all the people in the world, there's a lot more people playing Pokemon than One Piece, but by percentage, more people are collectors. A lot of these cards that are in the sets aren't really viable for competition decks, and I think that's kind of where it is harder to sell more of these uncommons and commons, just because less people need them. They're filling up their binders and then they're done, putting them away, especially with sealed stuff. So if you really want to get into TCGplayer, I would suggest, I mean, if you love Pokemon, do Pokemon because you have to do what you love. But if you're looking at making money, I would say start with One Piece and some of the other card games. Mostly One Piece. One Piece right now is really good. Flesh and Blood, I haven't gotten into too much. I just got some starter decks that I'm going to be playing around with. So just a couple of these. I want to see if it's worth putting money into. I did buy a bunch of bulk, but other than that, I'm going to keep ordering Pokemon cards and selling them. You know, they have a pretty good market. 151 wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be on the making money scale, but it is what it is. That's what happened. I think I'm getting most of my money back, and I'm building up a sizable collection. A lot of those commons and uncommons will sit for years, but they'll sell eventually. That big boom of Pokemon, as far as anything you buy, hits are going to be hundreds of dollars, $50 here. I think that's over, and I missed it completely. I started my channel a little after that happened, and ever since I started the channel, the cards that I'm pulling, it has just been going down in value and down in value and down in value. But at the same time, I can find more deals on Pokemon cards. I can still get Shining Fates. I can still get Evolving Skies. I can still get Fusion Strike. All these things are still at the store, even Walmart and Target. So even though the prices are going down, the barrier to entry and buy the packs are also going down. And with that, it just means if things are cheaper, I just have to pump more money into it, and I'll have more cards to sell. And I want to see if I can turn this into a full-time thing. I know it's going to take years, but it's fun trying. I really like the business aspect of it. And I want to thank all of 145 of you that subscribed. I want to thank all of you for joining me on the ride. Hopefully we can get that number up and it can grow, and I can be one of those big people that are just selling cards left and right. But let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you're still enjoying 151, if you think that buying and selling singles, if you think Pokemon's just dead in general. There's a lot of videos floating around about how, you know, you can't make money with Pokemon anymore. And I think that's not true. I think that it's less money, you know, but making money is still making money. If I buy a booster box for 100 and I sell enough cards to make 150 of it back, it's not worth a lot of people's time, but it's a $50 profit, and that's still good. But thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch everyone next time.